Here is the geometry quiz we had on 9.1. Everything's worked out, so let's go ahead and talk about the solutions and why they work. So here's a triangle, and the area formula for a triangle is base times height divided by 2. I like to use 0.5 instead. So this particular problem was just a plug and chug. Plug in the numbers. 0.5 times 22 times 12 is 132 centimeters squared. Remember, I always grade to see if you've got the units there correctly. So if you didn't have the units, that was minus 1 point. Find the perimeter of the kite was originally the instructions. I hopefully corrected myself in class, and I told you guys instead I wanted the area and not the perimeter. So from the picture, we know that from here, where my cursor is, to here is 5. The area formula of a kite is half of diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. Well, diagonal 1 we have. It's from here to here, so it's 22. But diagonal 2 we don't have. Diagonal 2 would be from here to here. We have part of it, which is 5, so we've got to find the other piece, which we'll call x. So anytime you draw the diagonals in a kite, you get 4 right triangles. So that means I can use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out x. So x squared plus 11 squared equals 61 squared. If I solve this equation, I get x equals 60. So diagonal 2 is actually 65 from vertex to vertex. Now I can use the area formula. 0.5 times diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. I didn't explicitly write out the units here, so I just said 715 units squared. Find base 1 of the trapezoid if the area is x squared plus x centimeters squared and base 2 is x plus 1 centimeters. The height is 2 centimeters. So we use the following formula. A equals 0.5h plus the quantity b1 plus b2. We plug in those things that we know. X squared plus x equals 0.5 times 2 times b1 plus x1, x plus x. X plus 1. Well, 0.5 times 2 is 1, and 1 is a boring number to multiply by, so we can drop the 1. Now we can drop the parentheses around here, and that gives us x squared plus x equals b1 plus x plus 1. I saw a lot of people divide both sides by x plus 1, which is not what you want to do, because this operation here is not multiplication, it's addition. So all you want to do is subtract x from both sides, and then subtract 1. So it turns out that base 1 is x squared minus 1 centimeters. And there's the solution for that one. Find the area of the rhombus. Area formula is 1/2 diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So 0.5 times 6x plus 4 times 10x plus 10. I distribute the 0.5 into the first part of the product. So this becomes 3x plus 2 times 10x plus 10. You don't have to do it twice. Once is enough. And now I have to FOIL this out. So 3x times 10x is 30x squared. 3x times 10 is 30x. 2 times 10x is 20x. 2 times 10 is 20. Combine the like terms. The area is 30x squared plus 50x plus 20 inches squared. A lot of people struggled with this one because they thought the dashed lines were part of the object, and they're not. If you see a dashed line, you're just seeing an imaginary line that's actually not part of the original figure. So the formula for a parallelogram, everyone knew this. It was base times height. But what a lot of people did was they said 10 plus 3 and then times this height. Well, to get this height here, h, you need to use the Pythagorean theorem. Well, this is a 3, 4, 5 triangle, so the height is 4 inches. But the base is not 13, the base is 10. So I want to do 10 times 4, which is 40 inches squared, and that's the area of the parallelogram. So again, dashed lines are imaginary lines. They're actually not part of the original figure. Lastly, given the rectangle has an area of 6xy centimeters squared, find the perimeter. Well, okay, if the height is 2y, there's that wonderful, lovely bell. If the height is 2y, then area is base times height. So 6xy centimeters squared equals base times 2y centimeters. Divide both sides by 2y centimeters, and the base is 3x centimeters. the perimeter of a rectangle or any parallelogram, or excuse me, not any parallelogram, but the perimeter of a rectangle in particular is twice the base plus twice the height. And so 2 times 3x plus 2 times 2y is 6x plus 4y centimeters. And there's the perimeter. Okay, that's it for this one. God bless you, wherever you are today.